What's up, little babies? It's your girl Neek, and I'm back with another video. And I need to hop on this gravy train before it leaves town, before it leaves Vegas. But we're gonna talk about BMF today, season 3, episode 6. I just watched it. I don't know why I thought that our BMF All Stars subscription got canceled, but I guess it didn't. But I wasn't talking about it anyway. I wasn't reviewing it. But I want to keep this train going before... Ooh, that's going to be a minute, though. Before we watch Power Book 2, Ghost, with Tariq. But that's going to be a minute. And why are they separating the shows like that? Like a month late? Like, I don't get that. That's hella weird and awkward to me. I don't know if they're just trying to keep the subscriptions going longer. I'm really not sure. But today is April 5th. And it is 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Usually I be getting my kids ready for school, taking them to school by 8 o'clock. But I'm here to talk about BMF. So let's get into it. Ooh. Yeah, this was spicy. This BMF is like nasty work. I don't know if you guys know what I mean about nasty work. But yeah, it's ooh, yeah, just to be going through this in real life, ooh. I wouldn't say I will fold or snitch, but I'll just get up out of there before anything hits the fan, you know. And I keep wondering why Big Meech didn't get out. Big Meech and Terry didn't get out of the game before everything started crumbling, because they had a long run, you know. Like, damn, it's unfortunate, but they were selling drugs, you know. You know the outcome of that, you know. I done had a few drug dealer boyfriends, and I seen the outcome of that. Getting robbed, gun pointed in my face, 3 niggas ramshacking the house. But let's get into it. This episode is called Casualties of War. Now let's get into the definition of casualties of war. Hold on. Okay, so the term casualties of war has been around for a while, and it refers to the ugly downside of military victory. Anyone who loses life, a limb, either in the fighting or as a civilian is called a casualty. So in the BMF world, them losing lives and it was the downside of the victory that basically was the outcome that they had. You know, they had money, they had everything they could ever wanted. You know, Meech had that, Big Meech had that, Terry had that. You know, even though there was a separation. I noticed this season is talking more about the separation that Meech and Terry had throughout the business, throughout the organization. So I don't know if you guys caught on to that, but I've noticed that. And I'm really wondering what the next season is gonna be like. I think they got green lighted for season 4. I'm pretty sure, but this time Meech will have braids. So just expect that on season 4. But the casualties of war is basically people dying for the better good, you know, even if it wasn't intentional, you know, because like we all know, and if you watch the documentary, which I didn't watch it, but I'm just hearing what I heard from the documentary, the BMF organization they were not like retaliatory, they were not like vicious, they were not violent, they were not any of that. You know, so you just think about that as you watch the show. And like they say in the beginning, it is loosely based. But I feel like this was a good name for the next episode after episode 5, which is the Techwood incident with Remy and his boys versus Meech people. And I wanted to speak on that as well, because what we're going to talk about next is what happened after the Techwood incident. And like I said, they're separating these brothers, where they separated themselves, and we can see what Meech had to deal with in Atlanta and what T had to deal with in Detroit. So it's a nice combination of storytelling, which I really appreciate. Let's keep it moving. But you know, you guys, we have to shoot the shit, you know, for YouTube purposes for the first 10 minutes. so I'm trying not to do too much. So we can grow. We need to grow. We need to grow. If we're not doing anything, do not stay stagnant. Grow. Always grow. It don't matter if it's a 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing. So let's get into it. The episode starts out with we see Remy at a funeral for the little boy in his neighborhood. We see Brian at a funeral. And we also see Meech at a funeral. And we also see Terry at a funeral. So it was like 3 funerals in the beginning of this episode. It was Terry at his people funeral, the one that got killed at outside the Atlanta club last episode. It was Brian at his son's funeral, and there was Terry at his people funeral in Detroit, which is across the way from Brian. But just to talk about this a little bit, anyway, there was interaction with Brian and Terry, and there was interaction with Meech and Remy. So the interaction with Brian and Terry was just closed case. Your people don't deserve to be at the same burial site and soil as my son. This is Brian. And then Brian was like, you know what? It's cool. He pushed Terry inside the dirt, which I don't know why they ain't cut that nigga water off right then and there. I don't know why, but we know why. But and then it fast forward to Meech being at the funeral for the little boy that Remy was mentoring. And Meech showed up alone. He showed up by himself to pay respects. And Remy partner respected that. So eventually later in the episode, Remy partner went and had a conversation with Meech about, expanding the business, growing together, and just not being ops. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But I probably actually talked about that. But basically the plan with the Remy is to just take this nigga out and keep it going, because he's the barricade right now between Meech and Atlanta joining together. He's the barricade, Remy. So it's interesting to see what's gonna happen to Remy later in the season. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Now, I know I should have talked about this earlier during the recap, but this is the juicy topic right here, and I had to pick up the mic for this because I gotta lean back and talk about these. Now, Lucille and Charles, baby, it has ran its course. It's time to move on. I don't expect no woman to sit there with no man for over 2 decades, a decade. A decade is too much. Should have been 7 years for me, baby. You already know what time it is. But yeah, I don't condone this. I don't want any woman sitting in a relationship for that many years and they're not happy. It's not right. You're killing yourself inside and out. During this process. But during this episode, Nicole she kept answering the phone and telling the person who was calling, which was Dr. Maurice, that he had the wrong number. And Lucille knew what was going on. Charles eventually peeped game, and he was like, I thought we was doing good. And he was like, in the bedroom. So y'all niggas think y'all can just lay a little pipe, do a little tongue action, and we just supposed to be good. What about helping us clean, cook, take care of the kids, bathe the kids? Anybody can go work and go pay bills now. Anybody can go work and pay bills. It's about the experience. It's about the dates. It's about keeping the fame, that flame going, when you're in a relationship. And it just didn't happen with Charles, it died out. That flame died out, and Maurice is here to take over. And speaking of Maurice, baby, ooh, he was sweeping Lucille off her feet, baby. I know that's right. That's the way you do it. But yeah, Nicole was smelling herself a little bit, and she thought she could talk to Lucille any type of way in her home. And you're a little ass kid. I said, take these goddamn birth control pills because I caught you with these little boys. And I don't want you to be stuck like me. I want you to be able to move freely, have a life, not be stuck with kids. But no, you don't want to listen to me. I wish my mother them had that talk with me, like a real talk. Like I promise you I would never have any kids. Never. Never. But I feel like these adults, they want, besides from what Lucille is doing in the real world, these adults, they want you to get pregnant and have kids and be stuck like they were, and have to go through the same endeavors that they had to go through which was a bunch of bullshit, especially if you was married. Look at what Lucille is going through. She got to work at Wendy's. She accepting the bare minimum. Like, no. Fuck that. I wish I had a mother like Lucille to talk to me about sex. But moving on. Dr. Maurice took Miss Lucille out on a date, baby, to a nice fine dining. Not that once in a while shit Charles was trying to do. No, this could be a daily, every day. But guess what? While they were dancing, Maurice get a call, said that he was on call for, work. So that's another thing she's going to have to deal with. That's going to be a downside of, her dating a doctor or being married to a doctor. But the on call was actually Terry baby mama having her baby, which is crazy. But then, oh my God, let's talk about it. Look how Charles was. Did y'all see how Charles was looking when he walked into that house and he see Dr. Maurice delivering who's that? Who baby? What's her name? I can't remember Terry baby mama name. I can't remember her name. It's not Marquisha. I cannot remember her name. But you seen Nicole went up there and took that birth control pill after she seen that baby come out that baby mama cooch. She ran up there and took that birth control pill. She ran upstairs. But did you see fucking Charles' face? Did y'all see Charles' face when he seen Dr. Maurice delivering Terry's baby? And he was like, son, calm down. That's what Dr. Maurice was telling Terry. And Charles was like, that ain't your son. That's not your son. He is not your son. Don't even start that bullshit, nigga. I'll slap you upside your head with this motherfucking guitar. The fuck, nigga? Anyways, I'm just having fun, y'all. I'm having fun. I'm loving this shit right now. One thing about me, y'all, I love YouTube. But let's move on. Yeah, Dr. Maurice is sweeping Lucille off her feet, baby. And that's what we want. And this right here, what you're looking at is real, first, true love. Sometimes it don't always last. I can be an example of that. Actually, I'm going to do a story time on that. Let me write that down. But I got some story times coming up on my channel if y'all want to subscribe to my channel. I got a story time about me being stranded in LA. And we got a lot more videos coming up today. I'm not going to over exhaust myself. I usually be like, I'm going to do 5 videos a day, because somebody putting pressure on me. But one video a day is fine. And then if I can recap one video of a TV show once a week, that'll be in addition to the once a day video that I will post, which most likely will be commentary. But if you guys know any shows out there, let me know what shows you guys are watching so we can watch together. I need something to watch, especially on HBO Max. Okay, so let's get into it. We got Henrietta. Hey, this bitch, bro. Terry better watch out. Everybody ain't got the same heart you got, baby. And I had to learn that shit the hard motherfucking way. Blowing through thousands of dollars. But listen, learn. But hold on, let's get into Henrietta. And her dad, Blaze, the ex-former police officer, down the political drug kingpin in his era. He branched off and he's making more money than what they make in the police force. But let's get into it. So Henrietta, she's a nasty piece of fucking work. This bitch is nasty. Did you see how she turned on that gas and blew that nigga up, and set him on fire? But how is there gas right there by the car? Like right there where he's standing there smoking a cigar. How is there a gas pipe? Where were they at? Were they in? I don't remember where they was at. I don't think he was with Meech. I don't know. But anyway, she ended up finding out that her people was stabbing her in the back. And she was like, okay, I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to take care of that one. She got to show her balls that she don't have, you know. And like her dad say, shit, I thought I was raising you to be a lady, a pretty lady. And you done turned into a fucking monster. And he said, if you don't make it right with T, because T came and talked to Blaze, Henrietta dad, about her, and he didn't give him a yes or a no, but he went to talk to Henrietta about it, and Henrietta was like, ooh, this bitch ass nigga. I was just over it. I was over it. I was done. And he went to talk to my dad because he think he's more mannered than I am. He is a bigger man than I am, which he is a man technically, and you're a woman. But let's move on. So we see Meech having a debacle with the HOA, the Homeowners Association, and they're telling him you need to clean up your yard, you need to take care of your business. And I wanted to talk about that too, y'all, because, and I'm gonna run through the rest of these topics. I wanted to talk about that. It was real in real life. Meech's daddy got caught with a laundering charge for getting that house that they were in on episode 6. He literally got caught with that in real life. They gave him a laundering charge for getting that house, knowing they was using it with drug money to pay for it, and that probably was another thing. That probably was real life. Like they say, it's loosely based, but I'm pretty sure the HOA thing had a little something to do with it. You never know. I don't know, but that's the way. I just read between the lines, so I noticed that, okay, this is the same house that I read about that Meech's daddy got caught for laundering money with. So, okay, so all this makes sense. It's coming together. But come to find out, Meech was on the road. Him and his people that were driving, they got pulled over by the Red Dogs. They ended up trying to attack Meech. Meech got away. But Meech ended up, he was wondering, he was so concerned. He was like, why is my people not out of jail? It's been 48 hours. It's been past the due time. And come to find out, they're trying to get Meech people to rat on him about Goldie killing old boy at the club. But what I'm trying to figure out is, why is Meech being accused for killing old boy at the club when they showed on the previews at the beginning of this episode that it was Goldie? So why is Meech getting implicated for that? Meech is not violent. I don't get that. But let's get into the other details with his girlfriend. So Meech is saying he leaving town, and he's telling his girlfriend, and she like, take me with you. I don't want to go. You say you'll never leave me. He was like, look, I ain't taking nobody with me. I gotta go handle business. This is not, no. That's why I said about having kids, baby. Y'all need no kids. They're going to be dragging on your coattail. That marriage, that boyfriend, everything. Dragging down your coattail. So I'm happy Meech moved in silence. He moved alone. He moved solo dolo. That's what really makes that's a real survivalist in this world, on this earth, in these cities. That's a real survivalist. You know, you can get far that way. But she was like, well, I heard this drug dealer was paying more money, and I'm going to just go choose up and go over there. He said, you know what? You done broke my trust. You need to find you somewhere else to go. Find you somewhere else to live. Like, you're not in this circle of trust anymore. So she's out of here. So now he can move on and probably get another love interest or whatever the case may be. But that was interesting to see. It was. All right, one more depiction from my words that happened on episode 6. So Markeisha was being really nasty. She's some nasty work. She is a nasty old bitch. She kept trying to divide Terry and his baby mama. It was really weird how she muted his phones. I don't know if she turned them. I think she turned off his pager and his phone. I don't think she muted him because I don't think they had that type of technology back then. But I think she turned off his phones. But he ended up getting a call from the restaurant because that's how family work. Real family. If I can't get in touch with you on that or that, your pager, your cell phone, I know to call where you be at. I know how to get in touch with you. Anyways, it's looking like the downfall of Markeisha and Terry. And then also Meech's girlfriend. She's out of here. But yeah, the story continues. The story moves on, which, you know, every scene plays a part of the of moving forward, you know, within that organization, within their lives, you know, yada yada yada. Anyways, comment below and let me know what you thought about this episode. And yeah, we can talk about it in the comment section below.